And this is something I've been thinking about. What is your favorite true contradiction? Is it the liars or is it something else?
No. I said that the paradox of self-reference have been given the most airplay in the literature, but I don't think it's the most transparent. Let me tell you what I think of the most transparent. And let me give you, these are paradoxes in law. Okay. And the thing about laws is that there's no mystery about how laws come to hold. Laws come to hold because they're passed into legislation by a suitably constituted legislative body. Okay, so the US federal government can't make it the case that the Earth has 37 moons. But they can make it the case that women have a right to an abortion simply by passing legislation, right? And if they were to pass such legislation, then how women come to have that right would be transparent. Okay. Now, let me give you a hypothetical example. Let's suppose you've got a piece of legislation. Let's suppose that two of its clauses are as follows. Any property holder shall have the right to vote. Clause 2, no woman shall have the right to vote. And you can imagine that when this legislation was passed, the thought that a woman should be a property holder was just inconceivable, okay, which has been the case in the history of many countries. And as long as it remains to be the case that women do not hold property, those two laws are perfectly consistent. But of course, society changes and laws changes, and eventually a woman can, let's suppose, come to be a property owner. Okay, so she gets stocks and shares or whatever. And then she fronts up to a polling booth and wants to vote. And the polling booth officer says, you're a woman, you can't vote. And she says, oh, but I'm a property holder, I can vote. Okay, and they're both right. And how this situation has come about is perfectly transparent. Now, of course, there's lots more to be said about this example, but there's no mystery about how this dialetheia arose. It's simply because certain laws were passed and then certain contingent circumstances turned up. And I think that's the most transparent case of a dialetheia that I know.